not harm in the making of this video.
This afternoon on Botany Lab Today, we're going to be going over the life cycle of ferns. Ferns represent one of the most primitive forms of plant life we see on planet Earth. Ferns reproduce primarily through the use of spores. And if you look on the underside of one of these fronds, you might see little brown dots. We call these dots sorus. Now, you really can't see these dots in this picture, so if we take a close-up over here, you see the cylindrical structures we're talking about. Each of these structures contain what we call sporangia, which hold many, many spores. When mature, spores fall from the sporangia, landing on the soil where they will sprout to form a new gametophyte. A new gametophyte is formed. If we look on the underside of the gametophyte, we see several structures. These long yellow structures are called rhizoids, and they anchor the gametophyte to the soil. Here we see archegonia, antheridia, which form sperm, and archegonia, in which the egg resides. During a rainstorm or a period of high water, sperm will be released from the antheridia and will swim through the water present on the gametophyte and swim down these tubes to find the egg and fertilize it. Here we have a 2D representation of the archegonium, with the brown beads here representing the neck canal and the white lima bean here representing the egg. As you can see, the sperm swim up the neck canal in order to fertilize the egg. Here's what we might represent as an antheridium with sperm intact. So when water hits the antheridium, it flushes the sperm out. Okay. Can't get out. And the sperm hopefully use the water present in the environment to swim up the neck canal and fertilize the egg, forming a zygote. If we return to our model of the gametophyte, we can see that the newly formed sporophyte is sprouting out of the surface. Now, if we continue to let this grow, and in a life cycle, this sporophyte will in turn form a new frond on our fern. Just to recap, why don't we go over the life cycle again? Starting here with the sporophyte, or the frond. Remember, the frond has sori, which are packets of sporangia from which spores are released. These spores fall to the ground and form a gametophyte. On the gametophyte, we have archegonia and antheridia, which release gametes and are fertilized, forming a new zygote. These zygotes form a sporophyte on the gametophyte, which will eventually mature to form a new frond or a new sporophyte.